What's up everybody, Jack Jones here. So yesterday I opened up 110 packs of Ungoro cards and I noticed there were quite a few duplicates, but I wasn't sure if that was just variance or if I had an expectation bias or if I was just noticing something more than the other, right? But then I went to the Hearthstone forums and I saw quite a few people posting about how they had gotten lots and lots of duplicate cards, and it felt like that same bug that was in the MSOG release might be back. So I went into my deck, and I'm going into my deck now to see what the big discrepancies are and is there anything out of sync with what it should be. So let me show you kind of what I got and show you some of the main duplicates. 24 epics and 5 legendaries out of 110 cards. So that's pretty good. Good luck, above average luck. So I lucked out there, and I got quite a few goldens as well. But what I did notice was that I got quite a few duplicate epics. I had no duplicate legendaries, which is really good. But so take a look at this. So I got 3 primordial glyphs. I got in the warlock deck. I got 3 chittering tunnelers. I got 3 blood blooms. I also got 3 charged devil swords. One of them, which was a golden. And then there were just some other discrepancies. Like I have a bunch of volcanosaurs, a bunch of ultrasaurs. You can see all these 9+ minions over here. Just 1 blaze caller, just 1 frozen crusher, yet I have 5 stone shapers, 2 of which are golden. Yeah, so I'm not really paying attention to the common cards just because I opened up 110 packs, I got a bunch of commons, but what makes me more concerned is the fact that I got a bunch of duplicates of several epics. So, right, I got 24 epics, yet they were distributed as 3 tunnelers, 3 blood blooms, 3 primordial glyphs, and 3 charged devil swords. And that seems a little bit off, right? Because there are quite a few epics that I don't have any copies of, and a lot of them that I just have 1 copies of. So Hearthstone is simply, in this state, too expensive. So yesterday I did my taxes. I looked up how much I spent on Hearthstone last year, because actually as a streamer and a YouTuber I get to deduct that from my taxes, which is really nice. That's beside the point. But I spent over $200 on Hearthstone last year, and I still don't have a full collection. I don't have a full collection from my classic decks. I don't have a full collection from any of the other releases that came along last year, and that's from dropping $200, more than $200, and playing very frequently. You know, I would average out 2 to 3 hours a day. I do all my quests and do all that, and still, I don't have a full collection. And still, many of the cards that I open up are duplicates. So, for example, from one of my Tavern Brawl decks a couple of weeks ago, I got my 4th Sylvanas. That's the 4th Sylvanas that I've opened, yet I still don't have an Edwin for my rogue set because I haven't opened one, and I've been playing Hearthstone since it came out. So there's something wrong here, right? If your game is going to cost me $200 a year and I still can't play every card that I want to play, that's too damn expensive. There is no other video game on the market right now that costs so much money in order to play the game, right? Because we're not talking about cosmetic differences. We're talking about real impactful gameplay here. The Rogue Legendary is really good. The Mage Legendary Quest is really good. If you don't have those cards, you're going to get demolished. You're going to absolutely get demolished. If you don't have the right cards, you cannot be competitive. That's the nature of this game of Hearthstone, which I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is spending more than $200 in a year and still not having all the competitive cards. That's a big issue. And if the game is going to continue, something has to be done about this. Thing we need to look at right now is how deck and pack openings work, and the fact that you can get, just based on random luck, you can just get a whole bunch of duplicates, which dramatically drops the values of the pack. So right now, after I've opened 110 packs, I have no incentive to buy more packs because more than likely the cards I open will be duplicates of the cards that I already have. Right, so I have a really high chance now of getting more of those damn mage spells, getting more primordial glyphs, of getting more blood blooms, getting more chittering tunnelers, which essentially makes that pack useless to me. And that feels really bad, especially when you're spending real money, right? If we got more gold and we were able to buy a bunch more packs in the gold, with gold and not have to drop as much money, it wouldn't feel as bad. But if I'm spending $50+ every single expansion and I'm pulling a bunch of duplicates and I'm not able to play the cards that I want to play because I'm not getting them, then that's a major problem, especially if you're going to release 3 expansions like this per year without any more adventures. That quite simply is going to be too expensive to play for me. And I get to write this off on my taxes. That's a major issue, and it could be solved very simply by saying, programming into the code that when you're opening decks, you're not going to get duplicates. And maybe just make that for epics and legendaries, because that's really the problem. Rares and commons are not a problem. We get plenty of those, and we can build up a deck pretty easily, but it feels really bad to get 3 Chittering Tunnelers when you don't even have half the epics in the deck. It feels really bad to get one of your 2 legendaries to be a duplicate of the other one, and then you have 69 other legendaries to collect for this expansion. So that feels horrible. It really is quite a waste of money. So implement some sort of system where you're not getting duplicates, or implement a system like in Gwent where you get to choose whenever you open up an epic, whenever you open up a legendary, instead of just getting whatever you get a choice of 3 different ones. So then you can go and see, okay, so I've got 2 copies of this, 1 copy of this, 0 copies of this, so let's get this one. So that's especially important for legendaries, because even if you don't open up a duplicate legendary, a lot of times you open up a useless legendary, right? So that's another big problem. Blizzard prints so many legendaries with each expansion, only a couple of them are really viable in the game, and when you spend a bunch of money to buy decks and you open up a bunch of useless legendaries, that feels really bad as well. So I think I've gone on ranting long enough. Who knows? I don't know if there is an actual duplicate problem. It kind of seems like there might be, but this is 110 cards. It's not enough to say with any certainty whether there is or not. But the basic underlying problem is the fact that the current system as it is just way too expensive in order to get a playable collection, and it relies too much on luck, right? So that's what I've got. So curious to see what your opinion is. Post it down below in the comments. And once again, thanks for watching, everybody. Have an awesome day.